Good day, human Latiosites. This is LatiosAzurill, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Sacred Gold Extreme Wedlocke. Here we are in Viridian City. Right, Ross? Okay, I'm glad you're so relaxed. Ross is holding something. Okay. And we just got a yellow flower. Alright, well, last time we battled 3 gym leaders. Then, earlier, if you noticed, we did some grinding, so everyone on our team is level 70. And just to be ironic, I made Ross the last Pokemon on our team to get to level 70, because he was at, well, 69 beforehand. That said, let's head into this gym. Yo, legend in the making, the floor here is unstable, so you should put away your Pokemon. Now. The gym leader is a guy who battled the champion 3 years ago. He's no pushover. In fact, he used to be the champion. Give it everything you've got. So, let's head toward this puzzle, if I can figure out the right way to go. I always mess up, I feel like. Let's see if I can figure this thing out. This will take us up to there. This should take us to right here. This should take us there. That should take us up there, and we should be able to just go all the way to blue. There we go. Now, who do we want to use? He's technically the Earth Batch, he's a ground type leader, even though he probably has a bunch of Pokemon that aren't ground type. Usually he has, I think our best bet's actually just Ross and Phoebe, because Phoebe does have water typing, which is good for ground. So let's just do that. Ross is just good overall to lead off with, so let's do this. Yo, finally got here, huh? I wasn't in the mood at Cinnabar, but now I'm ready to battle you. You're telling me you conquered all the gyms in Johto and Kanto? Ha ha ha. Johto's gyms are that pathetic? Don't worry about it. I'll know if you're good or not by battling you right now. So here we go against the final gym leader of the Kanto region. Viridian City's ground, I suppose, type gym leader, Blue. So Blue's going to be leading off with a Nidoqueen. So yes, he is in fact featuring the ground type. Now, let's just go for a Psychic. Right off the bat, we should be able to take care of this easy mode. I can't imagine a Nidoqueen surviving. This Nidoqueen, I can't imagine surviving a Stab Psychic from Ross. No way. Ross is probably going to be at level 71 now, which I don't think we're too over level for this gym, all things considered, but hey, whatever. So Ross is going to go to level 71. Next up is Tyranitar. Phoebe's probably the best bet because you can go for a water move, even though it's going to bring out the Sandstorm. Ross won't get hurt by the Sandstorm, but will get hurt by a Dark move. But Aura Sphere is quite effective. So you know what? I'm actually gonna leave Ross out. I'm gonna take a risk here. I'm gonna play this a little bit risky, but that should make things a little bit better because I think it has better defenses anyway in the Sandstorm. So let's just go for the Aura Sphere. We're gonna outspeed this thing. This is never gonna miss because it's Aura Sphere, and I can't imagine Tyranitar surviving. It's quite effective. Yes, goodbye, T-Tar. You're not living that. Get out of here. Get wrecked. So Ross is going to gain some experience, and Sandstorm is going to continue raging. Next up is Rhyperior. For this, I think we're actually better off going into Phoebe, who can just go for a quite effective Surf. Just to be on the safe side. And just in case it's sashed, Sturdy's 4th gen, so it only literally negates OHKO moves. So unless it's sashed, if it's sashed, we still have a chance of a flinch, but no, we are going to get a KO. I mean, I can't imagine not KOing that thing, because it doesn't have the best special defense, and it's quad weak to water, so Phoebe's going to go to level 71 as well. Sandstorm's going to rage. Unfortunately, Phoebe is going to get hurt by that Sandstorm, but I can't do too much about that. Executor. Let's actually stay in. I mean, I could go into Ross, I can go for a Shadow Ball, but I'd rather just go for a Stab Air Slash, I think. I can go for an Ice Beam, but once again, Air Slash is Stab, so assuming we can hit, which we are going to land the Air Slash, we should be able to take down this Executor. And if we don't, we can always get the flinch. No, we are going to take this thing down. So the Executor is down. Alright, Sandstorms continue raging, which is going to hurt Phoebe, but not much I can do about that. So next up is Machamp. Okay, it's probably no guard, meaning it probably runs Dynamic Punch, which both of our Pokemon resist. It's probably going to have Stone Edge, so I'm actually going to go into Ross. Because I feel like it's going to have Stone Edge, and even though we could take advantage of its no guard and go for an Air Slash, but in the off chance it doesn't have no guard, I'm going to go for Psychic from Ross, because that's sure to just take this thing down. So, yes, Machamp is going to go down. So, yeah, he doesn't have all ground Pokemon, but, like, half of his team is. Actually, no, not even. So far, only 2 Pokemon have been ground type, and his last Pokemon is Gyarados, so yeah. I'll just stay in. So far, his Pokemon have been... You're unprepared for this. We'll knock you down. We're unprepared. You're intimidating a special attacker. How are we the ones unprepared? Now, so only 2 of his Pokemon, of his 6 Pokemon, are actually ground type. He's gonna D-Dance, which is a little bit scary, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do too much to us. And he's gonna get hurt by the Sandstorm. Perhaps I'm the one who's unprepared. Maybe you were. Let's go for a Psychic. Are you serious? You're gonna go for a full restore? Well, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. I'll just go for a Psychic, which is going to do just about as much damage. And you're gonna use another full restore. Blue, you already lost. Just face it. Let's face it. I mean, you might be able to outspeed us now that you have a Dragon Dance up, but you'd have to one-shot us. All you're doing right now is just PP stalling me. So, you know what? I think you have another full restore. So I'm just going to go for a Shadow Ball because I have no reason to go for something that's going to do a lot of damage on you because I don't want you to use another full restore because I don't feel like sitting here all day. I'll use full restore after full restore after full restore while I can't even use any items in battle. The good thing is he can't Sandstorm stall us. So that's at least good to know. So we're going to take him this Gyarados, the Power Gem now. Because I'm pretty sure he has another full restore, and I don't feel like sitting here while he just continues to stall us out with that. So, Gyarados is going to go down. This is the real power of Johto. I suppose it is, now isn't it? No way! How the heck did I lose to you? Alright, here, take this. It's the Earth Badge. So with that, we have received the Earth Badge from Blue. With this badge, you'll be able to use the HM move Rock Climb. Here, take this as well. So I think that's Trick Room, I believe? Contains Trick Room. It allows lower Pokemon move before faster Pokemon for a while. It's a very tricky move, isn't it? Hence the name. And hope that I'll triumph over you in the future. Here is my phone number, and with that, we just got his phone number. Whatever. Let's get out of this gym. So, with that, we have easily triumphed over the final gym leader of the game. Isn't that just awesome? And Professor Oak is calling us. Great. Hello, this is Professor Oak. Oh, you don't have to say anything. I know better than anyone else how hard you're working. I thought I should get you a present or something in appreciation. Well, I picked something up, but I completely forgot to give it to you. Ha ha ha. Oh, you don't have to wonder about it at all. I know it's something that'll be very helpful to you. Just come here and pick it up. So he's waiting in his laboratory. Then that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go fly to Oak's lab. and see what he has to give us. You know what, we just had a huge battle. Let's actually celebrate by getting a picture taken. Also, our team's a little bit not in order. I mean, this way it's, you have males on the left, females on the right, just for organization's sake. Which really doesn't matter, of course. How are you doing, Ross? Happy look and a smile. Okay, let's get a picture taken, because I don't think we've been doing this too much. So let's actually have our picture taken, right when we would least expect it. Here's our team, which has been pretty much with us since, well, since what happened to Rachel. Alright, well here, let's go into Oak's lab. Good to see you. This is what I wanted to give you. So we obtained HM08, which is rock climb, I believe, right? Yes, it is rock climb. When you eat into a Pokemon, you can go up rock walls that have steps carved in them. Those badges are, wow, you have not only become the Johto champion, but you've collected all the Kanto badges. Well done. No wonder I sensed something in you when we met. Tell you what, LatiosAzurill, I'll make arrangements so that you can go to Mount Silver. Mount Silver is a big mountain that is home to many wild Pokemon. It's too dangerous for your average trainer, so it's off limits. But we can make an exception for your case. Go to the Pokemon League reception gate. You can reach Mount Silver from there. It might be worth checking out Viridian Forest, too. I've heard odd reports about it. Viridian Forest, good to know. So maybe we'll head there at some point. Right now, though, I think I'll head to Mount Silver. But apparently we're supposed to get a Viridian Forest. If it's a story thing, then I'm pretty sure that we won't be able to go to Viridian Forest until we can anyway, so whatever. So let's head out here. Here we are at Route 28. So let's get our encounter for here. So our encounter for Route 28 is an Ursaring. Not even bad. Power Gem shouldn't KO it. So let's do that. You're gonna go to sleep. Are you Resto Chesto? You're not. You sleep talk, snore, or just not very bright. Let's find out. Is this thing smarter than the average bear? Yes, it is! Okay. Let's catch this thing. Apparently it is smarter than the average bear. Let's throw a Pokeball at it. It's asleep and under half health. Let's see what we can do. And with that, we have obtained an Ursaring. Alright. So, what to name you? How about Theodore? You can go to a PC, and let's head to Mount Silver now. This is not our Mount Silver encounter, this is just a Ponyta. That's fine. Let's get out of this battle and head to Mount Silver. Now we're at Mount Silver, so our encounter for Mount Silver is... We don't get an encounter from Mount Silver. That's unfortunate, but you know what? That's part of life. That is part of life, unfortunately, so whatever. So, I mean, it's whatever. It's fine. We do have an Ursaring, though, so it's not like we obtain nothing here. But... now we're at Mount Silver. We can go into Mount Silver Cave. We can get an encounter there. but I'm thinking I'll actually wait off a little bit on that. We are going to be taking on the Pokemon League, I think, again. So we can look forward to that. I guess maybe we'll do that next time. Maybe we should do a little bit of grinding first, so we'll be, you know, ready. I'll think about that. Because I don't want to be under-leveled, because I know that rematch against Lance is going to be intense. Well, Oak said to go to Viridian Forest. So maybe we should do that. So let's do that. So here we are. Oh, you have the Earth Badge you can go through. Be careful, the Pokemon in there have gotten really rough. Pokemon have gotten rough in here. Interesting. So here we are in Viridian Forest. Now, I don't know what the heck is going on in here, but it might be a story thing. Could prevent our future progression, so let's check this out. Nothing at all seems weird here, not even that Mew randomly standing there. I mean, Mew's always been here, right? There's nothing abnormal about that. And it just leaves. Story of my life. You find a Pokemon you like and it just leaves you. We got a blue flute. Really? Mew must not like me. Where is this Mew going? Oh, there's the Mew. Well, I guess it's just a hide-and-seek game with Mew. Even though it's not finding really great hiding places. But hopefully we can, you know, find it eventually. At the very least, we're getting some useless items. Whatever. It's an item. Hey, Mew. Oh, wow, it's actually battling. Alright. So, it looks like our encounter for Viridian Forest is a Mew. Huh. Level 45. I don't want to kill it. Let's go for an Aura Sphere. It's resisted. And it's not stab. Even though we are quite over-leveled against this thing. But I still don't think it'll KO. No, not even close. Mew's gonna go for a Psychic, unless it gets the... Can you get a special drop? No, it's not gonna get the special attack drop. Hopefully we don't kill it here. Ross, don't you dare crit here. Do not crit. Do not crit. Okay, it's in the yellow zone. You better not turn into Explosion. Do not turn into You've gotta be kidding me! What are the odds of it turning into Sleep Powder and then it actually not missing? Oh my goodness. Okay, Ross is asleep. But you know what? Whatever, let's go for a Pokeball. Mew, please stay in the Pokeball. Please, please stay in the Pokeball. You're in the yellow zone. Come on, you're level 45 or 71 even though we're asleep. And with that, we caught Mew. Okay. So, we have a level 45 Mew. Nice. Apparently, it appears only to those people who are pure of heart and have a strong desire to see it. Well, I didn't expect to see it, but you know what? That's fine with me. I am happy to get a Mew. Yeah. So, what to name you? I'll name you Barry. You put people to sleep, or at least Pokemon to sleep. I only got a full restore that apparently Mew left behind it. So that's our encounter for Viridian Forest, I guess. Which I'm okay with. I am perfectly okay with our encounter from Viridian Forest being a Mew. Now I should probably wake Ross up. Well, at the very least we have a Mew now, which is kind of nice to have, I guess. No, we're not done yet, of course, because there's still plenty of other stuff to do. We have all the gym badges, of course, but like I said, we're going to take on the Pokemon League again. There's some post-game stuff, there's some post-game bosses that I've heard about in this game. Seriously, I didn't expect the whole Mew thing. I really didn't. I didn't know about it at all. What is it with the graphics? Alright. So, I mean, this episode might be a little bit shorter than usual. You know what? Let's head this way. So there's a lot of stuff that we still have to do that we haven't quite done yet. And some of it I might not remember, I might not think to do. Because, like I said before, I don't know everything about this game. I only know what two things. What I learned on this journey, and what I was told beforehand. So, hey. So, I mean, I heard about the whole boss, the whole, like, Steven and Cynthia battling or something like that, I think they battle. But I haven't heard anything about, I didn't hear anything about the Mew. I'm pretty sure all the legendary Pokemon are obtainable, so maybe we'll do that later on. That red scale, what's that? A red Gyarados. That's rare, I want it. LatiosAzurill, would you please care to trade? I'll give you this lucky egg. We could have had this lucky egg the whole time. You've got to be kidding me. Well, that would have made my life so much easier while grinding. On the other hand, if we're going to do more grinding before next time, just in case, once again, I'm not saying whether or not I'm doing grinding right now. I'll think about it. But if we do, then yeah. Well, you know what? We have time. Let's head this way. Since, like I said, we do have time. Just so we don't accomplish nothing in this episode. Oh, not nothing, we already accomplished a lot, but... Can anyone learn Whirlpool? Just temporarily, of course. Monica can. I don't need Super Fang. So I could just delete it later, because Phoebe, once again, I do like having Fly and Surf on Phoebe. Because Phoebe does kind of need Surf. I mean, I could temporarily get rid of Fly. I mean, the thing is, I don't need Super Fang on Monica. But... you know what? I'm gonna temporarily get rid of Fly. It's gonna make my life a living hell for a few minutes, but this way, I mean, I could actually get rid of Ice Beam, but because we do have another Ice Beam. However, I'd rather just not have Fly for a few, well, for like a portion of this episode. Because we're going to head to the Royal Islands, obviously, if you haven't figured it out yet. Surprise. Because we do have that Silver Wing. So, give Phoebe Whirlpool. I hate how it's an HM, but whatever. Life happens. So, we do have Flash, so that'll make life a little bit easier in the Royal Islands. We battled a lot of these trainers, so shouldn't have to worry about too many of them. Now, the ruling I'm going to do with this is with the Royal Islands, it may or may not be our first encounter, well, the first time we're in there, because we might accidentally leave first before actually finding Lugia. But I'm going to try using Repel, so it'll be our official first encounter there. It might just not be the first time we're there officially. But I'm going to just do that because it's a legendary, so I do want to catch it. Now, like I said, we can see the edges thanks to the emulator, of course, but it's easier just to use Flash. Since we do have it. After this, I don't think we even need Flash anymore. I mean, it's fairly simple to get through here. In fact, I didn't even need to use Flash. I already know my way through here, to be honest. Our Repel wore off. Let's use another. Unless Strayano changed this, which I wouldn't be too surprised. Though I kind of hope that didn't happen. Alright, well, here we are in the last room. Max Revive, that can be sold, so it's an option to sell. That thing you have! You have found it, please, go ahead. Alright, that thing randomly escapes our hand. Ross is slipping in the water and almost fell. Oh, you don't want to do that up here. Careful, Ross. Alright, so here we are in Pearl Island. Up there is, of course, you all know it's Lugia. Nothing too surprising about that. Yeah, so I'm gonna be careful because Aura Sphere is quad resisted, so I can't use that anyway. Psychic is resisted, but it's stab, so it might actually not be a bad idea. Shadow Ball and Power Gem are super effective, so I don't want to use them. Maybe I should use Air Slash if I go for Phoebe. That might actually be the best bet. Plus, Phoebe's not going to take a special hit as well, though, as Ross would. Especially because of its stab, it's not going to be resisted here. But, you know what? Let's do this. Yeah, so here we go against Lugia. You know, maybe I should have actually gone for Carol to put it to sleep like I did with Ho-Oh. Huh. Yeah, you are going to outspeed us and go for an Ancient Power. That is not good. Because I was hoping to be able to get a flinch here, but that's obviously out of the question now. Let's go into Ross. Because I don't need Phoebe dying on us. Okay, you're going to Safeguard. Let's go for a Psychic. I don't think we're going to KO with this thing. Because it is resisted, even though it is stab. The resisting should do, yeah, should help more. Aeroblast! Can't say I didn't expect it. Ross, you can live that. Let's get it into the yellow zone. Don't get a crit here. Unless, I don't know, is it in crit range? Ancient Power. That won't kill. Hopefully it won't get the stat increases, though. Okay, good. We can probably live another Aeroblast. Let's go for a Pokeball. Please stay in the ball. Lugia, stay in the ball. I've had luck so far. Please don't take my luck away. Stay in the ball, stay in the ball, stay in... Yes! Okay, so we have obtained Lugia. Don't ask me how. Oh my goodness, we could have lost Ross there. For legendaries in the future, I should probably use Carol. I was not thinking at all. So, okay, let's name our Lugia, shall we? Leonard. That works. So Leonard can go to the PC. So... Now, do we have an escape rope? Yeah, we have a few. Let's get out of here. Alright, now we're gonna have to actually get back. So let's surf here. We still have repel in use, so yeah, that makes life a little bit... very little difference. Very little difference. Okay. So... let's be on our way. Let's use Whirlpool to get through here. We don't have Fly on us right this second, but hopefully we can get Fly back for Whirlpool, since we really have no need for Whirlpool at this point, since we just did what we needed Whirlpool for. Okay, run from that and use another Repel. The Repel wore off should have been a message to me, but hey, I'm not thinking, so whatever. So yeah, alright, we had an easy time with Blue, and then we found 2 legendary Pokemon. So, my only question is, did you guys expect all this? I mean, I guess we do get a lot done per episode, but for the most part. Alright, Whirlpool, yes. I no longer want Whirlpool. I didn't want it to begin with. I don't want it now. And now let's give Fly back to Phoebe. There we go. That is one of the few times that I'll ever get rid of Fly on a Pokemon. In the middle of an LP. I mean, Fly actually isn't great for us to have. Well, in battle, that is. But outside of battle, it's very bad for us not to have. So, let's heal up. Because that's something we really should do. Also, just in case something happens to some of our Pokemon, we have a lot of Pokemon that we could potentially use that we got all these Pokemon that are awesome Pokemon, and we haven't needed to use any of the ones in the PC because the Pokemon we have on our team are awesome. I think we found that there are so many awesome Pokemon out there. There are just so many of them. It's kind of hard to believe how many there are. Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna do this in a cheap way, but we have time, so let's actually try... Let's try to find Raikou. Maybe. Alright, there goes Raikou. I know if we go here, then we can probably track down Raikou here. But the only thing I have with that, my biggest gripe with that, is we already have an encounter there. So I want to track down Raikou to a different route. To a route where we haven't caught a Pokemon yet. Come on, Raikou. Raikou's going to probably make it difficult for us, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I could just catch Raikou and make it an illegal encounter just so we can catch it. Which I actually am strongly considering at this point. I was trying to track it down to a route we haven't caught a Pokemon yet. Or haven't been yet, should I say. But it's harder than it sounds. It's in the route right now that I want it to be. Why do I keep on entering the menu, or the options menu? Yeah, this is not the way I want it right now. Come on, Raikou. Really, Raikou, you're gonna play this game. Screw it. You know what? I'm gonna catch Raikou as an illegal encounter. I won't end up using it, but it's here. So, whatever. At least I'm gonna try to catch it. I'm gonna try. I mean, it's asleep. So, I mean, it's asleep. And it's in the yellow zone. Come on, come on. Raikou, please stay in the Pokeball. You're gonna go into an illegal... I'm gonna put you in a separate box, so you'll be considered an illegal encounter. But this way I don't have to track you down later on. And with that, we caught Raikou. So far, that's interesting. Very interesting. Now, this time I actually did intentionally track down Raikou, so it's not like with Entei that happened completely by chance. And this isn't legal because we already have a Pokemon from this route. But I will still name you because you are still a Pokemon that we have caught. So, Gary, you can go to the PC. I'm going to move you into a different box, though, only because you are illegal. I could have probably put in more work and tried tracking you down to a different box, into a different route, but then again, there's always that chance of not catching you, and then I wouldn't get a capture from there anyway. And you have Volt Absorb. That's pretty pro. Alright, I'm going to put you in with the illegal encounters. With the Fione. Technically, I didn't name the Fione, but that was because it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. You I actually tried getting. Also, you're one of a kind the Fione is not. I don't believe. So, yeah. You don't have multi-scale. Yet, the Raikou has Volt Absorb. Go figure. You have Flash Fire. I don't know. Well, you know what? Flash Fire is actually not bad for an Entei. I mean, better than Pressure, I suppose. You have Thick Fat, which could be useful. But for now, we don't have to worry about that stuff. Shell Armor, so you can't get critted. Alright. Fine with me, fine with me. So I guess there's a few more things to do then. I guess this episode is turned into looking for legendary Pokemon because, well, honestly, because why not? That's pretty much what it comes down to. So we already have Raikou and Entei, so you can figure out what comes next. Let's see if we can track down Latios. Now let's actually go for Suicune. Maybe we'll go for Latios if we have time, but Suicune could take a while, depending on if it wants to be caught or not. Also, we could battle that last guy who will give us a nugget, but I don't feel like it, because I feel like it'll be a semi-difficult battle, and I don't feel like dealing with that. So there's Suicune. I don't know who we're going to want to use, but there's Suicune. He looks out of breath. I am no match for you, as I predicted. Go ahead. Since I met you in the Burn Tower in Ecruteak, I've sort of known that Suicune would choose you. Take a look at it. Suicune is waiting for you. It has been waiting for a battle with a worthy trainer to whom it can entrust itself. Okay, this is technically our first encounter from mid-25, but it is not technically legal. So I will not be able to use it, but I'm still going to name it if we catch it, that is. But I am going to try catching it, of course, because what's the fun in not trying to catch it? I am going to lead off with Carol, because I do want to put this thing to sleep, because I want to actually, you know, catch it. Obviously, I don't think I'm going to be able to weaken it too much, because I'll probably kill it. Even if I want something to resist it, which I don't think we have anything that it'll resist, it'll probably just KO thanks to Tinted Lens. So let's do this. So, here we go against Suicune. It is pressure. Okay. Alright, that's fine with me. Let's go for the sleep powder. Do not miss. Okay, good. We're not gonna miss. I mean, we're at a high enough level that it probably didn't even really matter too much. Only problem I have is we can't weaken it. Carol can't do anything to this thing without killing it. Giga Drain super effective, Bug Buzz is stab, Air Slash is stab, and we're 30 levels above it. Everything Gunther has is stab. All I can do is just start throwing Pokeballs at it. That's all I can do. Now, it is asleep, but I'm pretty sure, although I think its capture ratio, it shouldn't be very likely. Alright, please stay in this Pokeball, Suicune. Please. Please, 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 please. Come on, come on. Oh my god. I suddenly really want to go after Latios today because we're really having a good streak of luck. The embodiment of the North Winds. So with that, we have obtained Suicune. So yeah. That's really good. You know what? I'll name you Zach. So Zach can go to box 2 of the PC. I'll move him to the illegal box. LatiosAzurill, you two are truly amazing. I have never seen a battle this intense. I have no regrets. Farewell, Suicune. I'm going to return to my hometown. I'll likely see you again, LatiosAzurill. Oh, you will? If you say so, Mother, stop spending all my money, please. So... I'm gonna fly to Saffron. Maybe we can be lucky with Latios. Maybe we won't. If we are, we are. If we're not, we're not. What can I say? Today might be our day. Problem is, Latios is gonna run from us if I try putting it to sleep. But, you know what? Whatever. So, this is not obviously Latios. So, you know what? Latios would not... We can get a Pidgeotto here, but we don't need one. It's really not necessary. You know what? Latios might no longer be here. If it is no longer here, then it really doesn't matter. But... whatever. I really don't care. Yeah, Latios is gone. That's unfortunate, but whatever. So, it might be harder than I thought to find Latios. Whatever. I mean, the thing is, so many aquatic routes that it's a pain. If I'm gonna find it, I prefer it to be in a non-aquatic route because I don't like having to run through water and grass are pretty much the same situation. If I'm gonna get Latios, I'd rather it be a legal encounter, but that might not be an option. I might just do that later. I'll get it illegally, whatever. And by illegal, I mean not official Extreme Wedlocke encounters, especially because the likelihood of finding it when I finding it in the right route is extremely low. And then the odds of catching it are just about as low. So, you know what? I think we probably accomplished enough today. You've got to be kidding me. It's like never in one of these 4 routes surrounding Saffron. And because they're all connected by a doorway, all I have to do is keep flying here until it's in one of those places, and then we're good to go. Problem is, it's never there. Except when I go somewhere else, then it's one of these 4 places. So this is probably the easiest way to find Latios, I feel like. Wow, it's all the way at Route 26. Try this one more time. If it's not anywhere near Saffron this time, I'm just going to call it a day, because I don't want to keep trying to track this thing down all day long. Yeah, that's probably it, I think. We'll go after Latios sometime in the future, don't worry. I will try to do as much as I can of this game beyond the scope of just battling Red, so... because I know there's more to it than that. Wow, you're all the way back there. Well, fine, be that way. Whatever, I'm going to the Indigo Plateau. So, yeah, that's that. Like I said before, I may or may not do some grinding, depending on, I'll think about with the Pokemon League, if I think we're ready, I'll think about it. So this way we'll be ready for Lance. Obviously I'm not going to grind for Will, or Will, Koga, Bruno, or Karen. I'm going to be grinding for the levels that I feel like Lance will probably be. Maybe if you guys can tell me, or I'll ask someone outside the comments, because I might actually be recording the next episode before I upload this one, so you guys wouldn't know ahead of time to tell me. But if that happens, I might try to find out beforehand so I can grind and get everyone to a level so we're not way over leveled for Lance, but at the same time we're not gonna, just be doomed from the start. That said, next time we're going to be taking on the Elite Four once again. So, thank you for watching as always. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.